Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Wilder, heavyweight champion of the world, and you're watching Real Fans, Real Talk.
Face facts, what up, what up?
RealFansRealTalk.com, where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom for the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro Mark the Statsman. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. RealFansRealTalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log onto the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell him Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter, tuning in should be the only thing on your agenda. Certified cosign, you know what I'm about, son. RealFansRealTalk.com. I'm out one. Real fans, real talk. Real fans, real talk. RealFansRealTalk.com. RealFansRealTalk.com. Real fans, real talk. Real fans, real talk. RealFansRealTalk.com. RealFansRealTalk.com.
What's going on? It's Trip Young, Real Fans, Real Talk. The interview that you have all been waiting for. We came all the way from New York to get this man right here, the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, brother, man? Y'all came all the way to Alabama?
I mean, we had to come visit the champ, the first American heavyweight champ since 2006.
After 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Adelaide Bird scores the bout 118 to 109. Jerry Roth sees the bout 119 to 108. And Craig Metcalf scores the bout 120 to 107. All in favor of the winner. And now the first American boxer to win the heavyweight title in nearly a decade. The new WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Oh, say, can you see Deontay Wilder is the WBC heavyweight champion? Naia, Dad kept his promise.
It's a beautiful thing, and you came up here in style. You got the Rolls Royce out here. Was that a gift to yourself after you won the belt?
Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of things that I accomplished in my life, I like to cater to myself. You know what I mean? I don't need people to pat me on the back and tell me what great job I've done, you know, because I already know that. So, you know, by that being said, I like to, every step, every milestone that I accomplish in my life, you know, I like to treat myself. That allows me to set even more higher goals for myself, and once I reach them, I treat myself. So I like treating myself, you know. So that's what it came for. Her name is Sia, you know. Abbreviate if you want to pronounce it, it's See Her, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, that's what that came about, man. And I'm looking more forward to the future.
All right, so we'll see her, however you want to pronounce it. She's sitting pretty out there right now. I might have to get the champ to take us around the city later in that one. But we got a lot of boxing to get into, so I'm going to go back. Golden Gloves champion. How was it going through all of the rounds, all of the fights? How did you prepare yourself, and what was it like winning?
Back in, you said the amateur?
The Golden Gloves championship.
The Golden Gloves, that's back amateurs then, huh?
We're going all the way back to the beginning. We're going to bring the fans up to date.
Yeah, I feel you. Sure, you know, every step of the way, you know, I was like, I had to learn all the way up. You know, I never had skill in the amateurs. Even in the Olympics, I never had skill. But I always fall of will and heart. That's all I had. You know what I mean? Because, you know, every point in my amateur career, I had to play catch up. Because all these guys, they've been boxing 5, 6, 7 years, ever since, and some of them ever since they was kids. Here I come at 21 years old, learning the art and craft of boxing. And, you know, but the main thing about it, like, my heart was super big because it wasn't about myself. You know, I was a young kid, but it wasn't about myself. I had a daughter as well, too, that I was fighting for. So I dared any man to step in that ring to test my will and my determination of making a better life for my daughter, you know, and that what made me prevail over a lot of the guys, even the top guys that a lot of people picked that would win the whole tournaments and stuff like that. You know, they kind of this kid from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know, everybody doubted me, everybody looked past me, but you know, and they just kept me winning though. Every step of the way in my amateurs, I always won the tournaments. I always was the champion and stuff like that. I remember back in 2007, I joined the gym in 2006, 2007, late 2006, early 2007, and we was talking about the Olympics, and we was discussing how you get there, because we haven't had a guy exceed past a national level, yet alone going to the Olympics. So I remember us huddling around like, how are we gonna get there? And I remember telling everybody like, I'm gonna make the Olympics team, because I like to speak things in existence. You know, the power of the tongue is real and it's powerful. If we speak, I will, I shall, I'm going to, you know, instead of I can, I won't, you know, it's too hard. You know, it's easy to give up, but it's hard for people to keep going, and then when it get tough, to even press through more. You know, and that's the challenge, and I was looking for any and every challenge there was for me to be the best, and through God as well too, man. You know, I prevail over everything. Every weapon that formed against me didn't prosper, because He had His hands on me, and I gave Him the glory along the way, and by me giving Him the glory, He's given me victory.
What does this moment mean to become the WBC heavyweight champion of the world?
First of all, I'd like to thank God, man. Without God, nothing is possible. If y'all give God a try, man, y'all will find out He all right. He all right, man. I'd like to thank Al Heyman. I'd like to thank Shelly Finkel. I'd like to thank Golden Boy, the MGM Grand. Man, I'm so excited. I'm just happy to bring this belt back to America officially. And guess what? I got some of the best fans in the world.
Victory. And I'm still on as a professional, undefeated with 32 knockouts, you know, and it's just my blessings are still pouring down on me, man. And some people would never understand my story, never understand why I'm still receiving blessings and it pouring down on me. But that's not for them to understand. That is only for me, for I can only destroy my blessings and detour it coming from myself. So right now I'm just trying to be the best role model, the best champion, positive champion. I love positivity. I never surround myself by negative people. I can't stand it. I love positive stuff, and here I am, a positive champion, trying to spread the love and the energy out to those that wonder how I became who I became, and try to motivate them to become whoever they want to become, whether it's boxing or in sports, or whether they want to be a doctor, or whether they in any kind of field they're in. You know, I want to motivate them and let them know to speak all things in existence. Visualize yourself doing it, you know, and running that course. So when it's time for that action to take place, you seem like you already ran it, and there you go from there, baby.
So now, I know we're talking about being positive and staying positive. I want to go back again to the Olympics now. You didn't get the gold, you got the bronze. So how did you re-motivate yourself to keep going and not giving up?
Well, you know, sometimes things don't go as planned, you know, and when things don't go as planned, you have to be a chameleon. You know, you got to adapt, you know what I'm saying, to life, because life brings so many things your way, so many different sizes and shapes and stuff. Life evolves into so many different kinds of things, man, and you just got to know how to adapt to well, maybe, you know, this didn't work out, so hey, I got to go to plan B or plan C. Some people don't look past plan A. So, and that's what people get detoured their mind, like, dang, they were so focused on plan A working that they can really think of a plan B. So you just have to, you gotta train for the best, but think for the worst. You know what I mean? And that's what I've done. You know, I was just happy to be at the Olympics. You know, yet alone as far as medaling, because I didn't supposed to be there. You're looking at a guy that, you know, they ain't even supposed to make it, you know, past a national level, yet alone being it. Nobody has me picked, and nobody has this guy from Alabama picked to be an Olympian. You know, they had so many other guys that was supposed to fulfill my spot, you know, but God had the last say so about that. And but you just got to stay motivated. There's just something within a person. But they have to stay positive, have to stay motivated with themselves when things don't go as planned. You got to, hey, sit back, take a deep breath, and let you know what? I got to press forward. I got to keep going. And whether you're doing it for somebody or you're doing it for yourself, if you're not doing it for somebody, you definitely owe yourself that. You know what I mean? You definitely owe yourself that if anybody else. And that was where I were. But in my situation, I was doing it for my daughter. It wasn't about me, you know. Everything was about her. And I'm glad that I was able to promise her when she was 1 year old that is going to be a world champion. And I was able to fulfill that. You know, that was a long shot, you know, to be able to say, hey, babe, I'm going to be a world champion. You know how many guys try to become a world champion, whether they started boxing when they were young or when they started late. and say, you know, want to be a world champion, never get an opportunity. You never get an opportunity to even fight for a world title, yet alone just say they're gonna be a champion. And here I am, just out of nowhere, pick up the sport and a world champion now. It's amazing. And
definitely congrats on that. And I gotta go back again because doing my homework, my research, I heard you had a little skills at wide receiver. You did play. You played a little ball. You wanted to go to the University of Alabama to play, but again, you know, with your daughter, she was sick and whatnot. So, how's your mindset? And really, you wanted to go to that school and play. Could you have really done it on that level?
I think so. You know what I mean? I'm a true athlete, though. You know, all I need is the right teaching, and I picks it up just like boxing. I just joined in the gym, and all of a sudden, here I am. You know, on a higher level. So but you know, like I said, this was what God had me to do right here. This was my plan. Even, you know, as a man now, I sit back and think on all the rewards I done reaped from boxing and everything I've been through as far as boxing is concerned. I look back on my life and I'm like, man, all those times I got in the fights after fights after fights. I remember sometimes crying. I was like, Lord, I don't want to fight no more. I know what I want to do with my life. And it seemed like every time I step out in the street somewhere, somebody want to pick with me. Like, I was a quiet dude. I ain't never pick with nobody, you know. But I never strayed away from a fight, though. You know, I wasn't the one that talked, but I was the one of the guy that, like, you don't want to mess with Deontay. You just don't want to mess with that guy. And people always just picked with me. I just never knew why. But as I sit back and evaluate the situation and evaluate my position and where I am now, I say, God, you know, I just looked up and said, man, you had it all planned out for me. You already knew what you was doing. This was your plans for me. And I found my purpose in life. And boxing is my purpose in life at this moment. You know, after this, I can't say, but at this present moment, this is my true calling to be a fighter and to motivate people, to let them know that you can do anything. Anything is possible. You just got to believe in yourself, believe in God, and have a strong will and determination, and just do it. It gets hard sometimes. It's gonna get hard, but but you want it to get hard, and if it don't get hard, then you ain't doing something right. It ain't right. And if you get to where you want to go, it ain't gonna last long because it wasn't hard enough to happen. You know, we appreciate things when they come hard. The things we don't appreciate when it came easy, it just slips out of our hand because how could you appreciate it? It came so easy, so simple. You know, they always say if it was so easy, everybody could do it. But when it become hard, when it become a task, you can't have a great testimony without a great test. So when you have a test, that's when you have your testimony, and then you can apply it to somebody else's life, and because we all go through similar things but in different ways and stuff like that. You just never know what a person may go through in their life to motivate or encourage the other person, because they may be going through the same situation but in a different kind of way of it. So, you know, that's what we is right now, man. You know, I'm just the type of person that I want to see everybody make it and do good, man, and be able to enjoy and live life like I am, and my kids, you know. Just blessed, dog. Just totally blessed.
See, y'all didn't know we was gonna take y'all to church today on Real Fans Real Talk, but we here. We definitely here, and like you said, you didn't want to fight, but that was the plan. That was God's plans for you to fight. You still fighting. You fighting very well, I might add. I gotta say, I started watching about 6 fights ago. Yeah. So I really started watching. And as I watched, I started watching more and more. So we interviewed Butterbean earlier today. He was known as the fourth round king. Now you from Alabama also. You might have to be the new fourth round king, because it took you to your 33rd fight to make it out of the fourth round. But a lot of knockouts, a lot of big hits. I mean, what is it like being inside that ring and the adrenaline rush when you knock somebody out and they don't even make it past the fourth round?
I love it, man. You know, for one, it's time to go home, get my money. That's always a great feeling when you get them on out there. Yeah, and for two, you already know who won. You know, sometimes we can see a wonderful fight, and at the end of the day, who we think gonna win, who we look like, you know, it's obvious who's gonna win. Sometimes you see the other guy winning, and it always be mouth dropping. And I always look at myself like I never want to be that guy on the other hand of of the glove that knew he dominated the fight, knew he won it without a shadow of doubt. But then the judges had a whole nother other way. So when you knock a guy out, you know, that clarifies it all. That sums it up. Like, oh, I won. You know, I ain't worried about nothing. You know, so by me being able to knock guys out like I've done throughout my career, man, it's always been a great feeling. You know, but I always, you know, want to make sure they all right. They're safe. They can go back to their family. You know, majority have kids and stuff. You know, I never want to hurt a man to the point where he can't identify, you know, his kids or, you know, or understand when people are talking to him and stuff like that. You know, it's just a dirty and dangerous sport that we're in. You know, and we love to do it. I love to do it. How crazy that is! I love this sport, but it's so dangerous though. You know, we signed up for it, but you know, it's a great feeling though, and I continue to want to knock guys out, and hopefully they be all right afterwards and they can go on with their life.
Well, we definitely love seeing it because, I mean, I got to say the heavyweight division has been lacking for a little while. It hasn't been the same since the 90s, but now we got the new talent in. We're coming in. We got, you know, Deontay Wilder. You have arrived, and we go into your last fight now. Now we're going up into the Statman fight. People question your stamina. They questioned the chin. They didn't know if you was gonna be able to keep up with that boy in the ring. And you proved a whole lot of people wrong. Dominated from the beginning to the end of the fight. And you see to the victor goes the spoils. What's going through your mind when your hand is being raised in that ring and it's the new heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder?
You know, first off, I made a lot of people a lot of money, and I made a lot of people lose a lot of money. So, so the lesson learned for those that lost money, don't bet against me. Bet with me to make money. You know, we all about making money. But, you know, to answer your question, the first thing that went through my mind was like, wow, you know, the fact when I went back to iterate it on how I promised my daughter that I'd be a world champion, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, you know, I fulfilled that promise because as a child, I was promised a lot of things, but nothing was fulfilled for me. You know, I had to go out and get it on my own, which made me a better man, which made me who I am now, a hard worker, super hard worker at that. But that was something I promised to her, and when I was able to fulfill it, it did my heart well. Even when I returned home, my daughter would like said, "Dad," she said she's proud of me. And it made my heart feel good because most of the time, as fathers or as mothers, we tend to tell our children that we're proud of them, not have it reversed on us. And for the child to say they're proud of you. So that was an awesome feeling right there, first and foremost. And another great feeling, second after that, I was like, you know, I was excited to be the first American heavyweight in what, 6 to 8 years or so. You know, to bring the WBC back to America and be crowned. And along with that, on the side of that, was able to do it with on one of my favorite fighters of all time birthday, and that's Muhammad Ali's 73rd birthday. That was amazing. You know, so much was going on. Then it was Martin Luther King's birthday as well too. Like it was so much going on January the 17th that it was like it was impossible for me to lose. You know, like how could I lose? You know, a lot of people didn't know I went into the fight with one eye because I injured my left eye. The night before the fight due to a stretch exercise. I had a stretch band I was stretching with it, and it came off under my foot, and it hit me straight in the eyeballs, and it knocked me it literally knocked me to sleep. That's how the impact was so forceful to my eyes. Thank God that I have my personal doctor there, which treated me to be able to get me to see a little bit, but I was still seeing black and white when I got up in the ring. But you know, I'll say, yo, I trained too hard for this. It's been 4 months of straight blood, sweat, you know, emotional feelings throughout the camp. You know, I'm like, man, nothing's finna stop me. You know, and we didn't train for drills with no eyes, no hands, one hands, you know, and stuff like that. So I was prepared.
Is that something y'all gonna add in now, training with no eyes?
Well, we do that. That's what I'm saying. We train like that anyway. You know, sometimes we do drills with one eye closed, the left eye, then the right eye. Then we do one hand. We use one hand. We do it just for situations like that. And you know, so we was definitely prepared for anything that he had coming, with anything that he wanted to bring to us. And And it was just beautiful. And then later on in the 4th round, I end up fracturing my hand. You know, so now I'm fighting with one eye and one hand. Nobody knew. He didn't even know it, though, because I was still fluent with my punches. I was still accurate with my jabs and stuff like that. When I look back on the fight, I see that I was hitting him anytime with the left hook. I think I threw the left hook 3 times just to let him know that I got it. It's there. But a lot of people say, why you didn't still use it? The reason why I still didn't use my left jab because, you know, I was enjoying I didn't use my left hook because I was enjoying my jab. I was enjoying it so much, you know. I was controlling the whole fight with just the jab alone. Just let them know that I told them in the beginning that my athleticism is going to win this fight.
So we're talking about that training that you're going through, and recently, well, I don't want to say recently, but a little whiles back, you brought on another family member of Real Fans Real Talk, Mark Breland, Olympic gold medalist and former middleweight champion of the world, to help out with the training regimen. How was that decision?
That decision was good. Mark came along after the Olympics and stuff like that. Actually, I met Mark through Jay. Jay met Mark through my manager, Shelly Finkles. So that's how that came apart. Shelly thought Mark would be a good specimen for the team and stuff like that, with, you know, similar styles and the lengthness of what we had. So we brought him along. Now we clicked. Me and Mark clicked immediately after meeting each other and stuff like that. So you know, I'll know if I like a person in just interacting with that person. And we definitely clicked. And you know, he's been a great part of the bomb squad, I call it. And it's been good. I got a strong team. That's from management to the people that handles me on down to my team here in the gym. So it's been good, man. God allowed me to pick the right peoples, and the right people have came in my life at the right amount of time in my life. You know, a lot of people wanted to rush my career, but you know, we didn't want to do that. We took it slow for a reason. So when we wanted to take it slow, so when we do fight for a world title, we don't want to be one of those guys that say I fought for it. I want to say not only did I fought it, but I won it. You know what I mean? And long live the king. And this is what we are, man. So I'm grateful to have the guys that I have on the team, from Jay down to Mark, down to Russ, the Cuz, and my other family with Shelly Finkles, Al Heyman, and his team. You know, all those guys. You know, Sam, Sylvia, Marcus, you know, and my man Brandon. All those guys, Brad. You know, just the whole family, man. We just name the whole family, man. And if I forgot somebody, forgive me. You know, it's something.
Charge it to the head, not the heart.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. So it's been good, man. I just look forward to the future, and I told people that once I become champion, I want to be an active champion, and I want to keep my oath to that. So people can see me back in the ring real soon. You know, I want to stay active. Whoever's ready to try to take this belt, and you did. Make sure y'all capitalize, try. You know, I want them to let them know they can come and try. You know, because that's all you're gonna be able to do is try. You know, it ain't going nowhere for no time soon. You know, Berman said it wasn't gonna go nowhere. He promised the WBC that, but he lied. But here I am.
Listen. As my co-host Mark the Statman Skevich would say, bet with your heart, not your hate. I have not bet against the champ. You know, I've seen you in every fight. I think, you know, you get better and better, and it's actually good seeing you go the distance in this last fight to win the title, because, you know, when you get the opportunity to shut people up, that's a beautiful thing. And so many people, you know, had negative things to say, but you still fought through it. And now Ring Magazine has you ranked at #2 in the heavyweight division. You bumped up after the fight. Now I'm gonna throw a couple of names out there at you. This is who I want to see. I mean, it's 3 people that I want to see you fight, but we're gonna go in order first.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, definitely want him. Okay. You know, we tried to we want him back. I want him so bad that I want him for my next fight, but his people, them, you know, they don't want to fight. They talking about September, they want Klitschko and all that stuff like that. You know, Brian Jennings, I'm sure, is on your thing. He was my mandatory, but he went to Klitschko. You know, I like to see myself. I want, my next mandatory will be between Mike Perez and Alexander Povetkin. I'll look forward to that one as well too. Whoever win, may the best man win for that one. I'm looking forward to that finale. The first two, especially Jenny, with the Klitschko and Tyson Klitschko, I feel that they're looking for to go the easy route, which I say the easy route because with Wladimir, he's on his way out. Even though he's still able to maintain in the ring and what Emmanuel taught him, he still apply principle, to goal. But they don't want to come a young, strong, raging bull way. They don't want to come this way. So what better way? Like, hey, let's go this way because we can make just as much money as the same. You know what I mean? I got the most precious, most prestigious well-known belt in all of boxing. I got the #1 belt, really, in boxing. That's the WBC belt, and I represent it proudly. But of course, I see what they're trying to do, and I see their strategy. May God be with them on that journey of path of becoming world champions. No greater feeling. I want everybody that set a goal to be a champion become a champion because it's a great feeling to be a champion. It can never be taken away from you, no matter how that opportunity came about, no matter how you won that fight, whether it was with a knockout, whether it went 12 rounds, whether it was an ugly fight, or whether you didn't supposed to win, but they raised your hand anyway. You were a champion. Nobody can take it away from you. Go in history forever. So I definitely wish those guys luck, and if they win, I look forward to whooping on them.
All right, and then now, the number one man in the heavyweight division right now. Yes. The old man. I mean, and I like Wladimir. I think he's one of the best. But at some point, the best got to clash. Deontay Wilder versus Wladimir Klitschko. How far away are we from seeing that? And who wins? Man,
of course I'm gonna say I win. Of course I would never say, no matter who people would say, I would never see myself losing to nobody. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? Anybody that come in and like, whether it was in the future, in the present, or the past, I'm a fighter. A warrior is supposed to always feel like he's going to win when he's finna get ready to go to battle. If you don't feel like you're going to win or you have any slouch of not being able, thinking that, you're not going to win, then this is not the right game for you. You know what I mean? You done lost already. It's like the Lions, then you finna go in there and you finna get eaten, like an appetizer. So, I always feel like I'm going to win each and every fight, and I prepare myself, give myself my best chance of winning. And I think that fight definitely happened maybe sometime in the year 2016. The thing about it, Wladimir has so many mandatories lined up, and so he gotta get those things out of the way. Unless some guys take some set-aside money, in which, if them guys is hungry like me, I didn't want no set-aside money. I put the set-aside money so high that it ain't worth it. I said 10 mil. Let me get, because I'm ready to be champion. I want to fight. So I think I can see that fight happening then sometime, But it'll be in his best interest to fight somebody like me earlier than later, because with him, he's getting older. Time is coming, and time wait for no man. At the end of the day, all things must come to an end. No matter who you are, all things come to an end. They're just part of life because time, time waits, like I said. And for me, I'm the younger guy. Only thing I can do is get better. I'm still a baby in this game. I started late. I'm still a baby, so it's still room for me to improve different things about myself and my skill wise and just everything. He's been in the game for so long that he's not going to change nothing. He's still going to stay the same fighter he's been for so many years, and that would give me the advantage. Not only just my youth, not only just strength, not only just speed, but time. Time is a virtue. So we'll see how it goes though. That's an exciting fight that I definitely want before he retires. Some feel like the fight will never happen because they feel like he'll retire. That he know the risk that's behind that fight, and all champions want to go out on top.
Well, listen, like you said, eventually it's gonna have to happen. I mean, we waited 5 years for probably the biggest fight in boxing in a long time to happen, and we finally got it. Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Now, we didn't ask everybody that came on the show this question, so we got to ask the champ as well. Who are you taking Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao?
I'm gonna leave it short and simple. You know, I'm not gonna go too many explanations. I'm gonna leave it short and simple. I think Floyd will win the fight if he do what he have to do, because he got some great defense, and he's a different specialist, of course. But I do feel if the fight is any bit close, that the fight they'll give it to Manny. Like I said again, it's many times where we see a guy dominate a fight, but the judges have another one. I feel like if it be close, they'll give it to Manny, and just think about a rematch, even more money. You know, so you just have to think about it. You know, Manny don't have too much defense. He'd rather punch and then give a punch than anything. So overall, it's gonna be a great fight. I'll definitely be there, and I'll be watching. Hopefully, those guys, you know, I hope the hype live up to the fight. You know, I hope, you know, everybody been hyped about this fight for, like you said, 5 years. I hope it don't be like a boring fight. Like everybody been hyped, and he gets like, what the fuck, like, you know. But I think it's gonna be an exciting fight, because both. I feel Manny don't have nothing to lose, so I think he's gonna bring it a little bit harder than Floyd, because he don't have nothing to lose. I mean, he done lost many times and stuff like that. Floyd's still living his legacy. He had to live up to his legacy, and that's pressure, right there. You know, but I think he'll take it away. So we'll see. That's just my opinion. You know, my little one sitting up in the penny jar. So we'll see what happens.
Well, listen, I was going to be there. I planned on it, but then the $250,000 for the ringside seats, they tried to hit. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do the $100 on the pay-per-view event and watch it at home and be in spirit rooting for the fight. But I want to get back to your career, because we work with Rington, New York, a charity organization, and they help to raise funds for boxers that are falling on hard times. So what I asked a question to every fighter is, how are you preparing yourself for life after boxing?
Man, you see, the thing about fighters, man, which is sad, a lot of them prepare themselves because they make all this money all at once in one night. You know, boxing is the only sport that really generates its own money. By that being said, we can make anybody's salary in one night. Anybody in the world's salary in one night. You know, the highest paid athlete is in boxing. You know, the most difficult sport in the world is boxing. You know, so it penetrates its own money. I think by fighters knowing that, especially being at the top level, by them knowing that they don't really just think about the afterlife. Nobody really just think about the afterlife, you know what I'm saying, until it's too late. You know, for me, you know, I'm always thinking about my kids first. You know, it's not about Deontay no more, you know. When I had my daughter Naya, when I had her, it was, Deontay was gone, but as far as self-wise, it was done with, you know. So I always build for them. I always think about them. So for me, you know, I'm investing my money, and a lot of people see I you know, got to find it. You gotta enjoy life. I enjoy life and stuff like that. You got the jewelry, you got the cars and stuff like that. But that's just materialistic stuff. That can be gone tomorrow. You know, somebody can come and hit it right now, and that's it. But I definitely, before I spend any money, I like to invest. I like to let my money make money, and that's what I'm at now. I'm putting back in funds. I'm investing in property, real estate. I'm setting up funds for my children as well too. I'm putting back a retirement. I'm opening up a retirement fund as well too, where I won't be able to touch it until I'm 59. I can't touch it until I'm 59. So I may go on a little bit. Of course, I'm go on a little bit later. I said that. You know, I like to set goals and like myself to reach it. Every goal that I set, out of reach. So this is a goal that I'm setting, and I'm gonna watch myself reach it. At 45, that's when I want to be straight with everything. At 45 years of my life, that's my age that I want to say, hey, I'd have done it all. I'm good. I want to be set for life. Have my kids set for life, and be able to have them do all that they need to do. You know, be able to support them and give them just enough where they can have enough money, enough things to do what they need to do, but not enough to do nothing. You know what I mean? I don't want my kids to be lazy, because dad had to work for every bit of what he got. You know, and I want them to pass on that principle values of what it takes to be a hard worker, how you got to work hard to get what you want. Nothing is easy out here. Nothing is just going to be given to you. So I want them to understand that, and that's what I'm gonna apply to them as well too. So you got to invest, man. That's a smart thing, you know, especially when you're being young. A lot of people want to blame on how I was young and dumb. I'm so sick of hearing that, like young and dumb. Like, I'm tired of hearing that. You know, you knew what you're doing when you was doing it. You wanted to ball out. You wanted to show out. You wanted to stunt. you know, instead of handling business, because you feel like, oh, I'll do it next time, and the next time come, it's always another next time, and you're not really just thinking about that afterlife. And that's the thing where boxers go wrong with it, because this is a sport that they don't have a retirement plan for us and stuff like that too. So when we get all this money, you gotta invest, man. You gotta sit back. You gotta take the time and build, get a home, so you can plan on buying it. If you can't just buy it straight out, buy it, get that property, get that, you know what I'm saying, that land of it. Whether you want to buy another house and you rent that one out and just keep that going, you know what I mean? And you got to do it. You got to do it, and because another thing what kills a lot of people is taxes. I got a specific account just for taxes as well too. I refuse to be a victim of not paying your taxes, you know. And I can't do it. And by that being said, I got a lot of great people around me that reminds me each and every day about different things, what they're dealing with taxes, what they're dealing with kids, women, you know what I'm saying, all that. You know, they don't want to, they're not here to tell me what to do, but they here to, you know, they tell me because they care about me, and I appreciate and I value that a lot. So if so happen, we gonna knock on wood, so happen something go wrong with me, where I become broke or I don't have it, it's not gonna. It's gonna be definitely my fault, because I done had a lot of great people around me. God done put a lot of great people around me to have told me. So I can't say I wasn't told and nobody didn't tell me. So I advise everybody just to put, you know, they're making the money and you in the tax bracket where you giving and you're not receiving no more, to put back, save. You don't need all the materialism. Some things you can just wait. You know, it's just like with cars, man, or anything else. You know, my cousins of clothes, fashion, shoes, and stuff like that. It's like every time some come out, he has to be in that number or the first to get it. You're never the first to get anything. You know, it's always somebody has it before you. You know, you never. So people have it in mind. But the thing about it, my thing is, why wait? Wait till it go on sale, or wait till you. I like to spend when I got money piled up. So when I do spend, I like to be a happy spender. You know, so when I do spend, I'm like, yeah, I got it. I can go put gas up in it. I can go shop. And, you know, I like to be happy. I don't want to be a spender that I gave my last something just to have something to stun around. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. But the thing about it, no matter if you buy it while it just came out or when you wait 2 or 3 years, come out. The thing about it, when you get your bottom in that seat or you put your feet in these shoes or clothes, it's going to be new to you. It's still going to drive new. It's still going to smell new. It's still going to look new. All that's going to be new to you. So why rush when you can wait? You know, and that's the thing, especially with black people.
Listen, I'm right with you on that, and that, you know, that's gonna be my last question. Are you paying that knowledge forward right now? Are you getting out, you know, to not only just younger fighters, but just younger men, younger black men in general, and putting that same message out there? Oh,
definitely, man. The thing about me, you know, 2 things you're gonna get out of me. You're gonna get a motivated speech, and you're gonna get something about God. I'm gonna tell them this too. You know, they say, because some people are born in a religion where they don't know God. You know, some people don't believe in it. But they say you can't be accountable for your sins when you don't know no wrong. But when you meet me, I tell you about him, the sweet name of Jesus, and how you know, like I said, if you give God the glory he will give you the victory, and your blessing will pour down. So when you meet me and I give you that lecture about that, and you go out and commit a sin, now you're accountable for it. You know what I mean? You're like, dang, Deontay told me he said, and I can be accountable for my sin. So that's 2 things. I'm a very positive person, and that's another reason why I'm still here in Alabama as well too. You know, I'm probably the first athlete that they have here just that still lives here, because other people, you know, being football, baseball, basketball stuff, they have to go wherever that team is. But in boxing, I'm able to travel wherever I live, where I want to live. So I chose to stay at home because this is where my heart is. And by me staying home, it's like they get their first glimpse of a heavyweight champion or a true athlete, a top athlete that's on top. They're living in their city. So whether I buy homes, whether I have cars, or whatever the things that I have, they get to endure it and see it when they never saw it before. So, you know, because some people are not going to even get outside the city, let alone the state, or just to see. So they can only, so their mind going to only know what they're used to. You know, so when they see a Rolls Royce here in Alabama, come on now, you know, some of them didn't even know what it was, you know, and just to see it.
Yeah, the Cadillac, the girl said.
No, she hurt my heart talking about a damn Cadillac. I was like, oh my God, and still a lot of people shortchanging me with a Benz, you know, but just the thing about it, and with the younger guys, I let them know, because I'm from the west side of town. You know, I'm from the west side of town, man, and whoever known guy from the west side of town, being black as that, rolling around in a Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? That just lets you know that if you put if you determined to do something and you had the will to go 110% to go get it, man, the sky's the limit. And now all these guys around here, whether they're lost or whether they drug dealers or whether they, you know, just don't know what to do with themselves, now they're like, man, I done had so many young guys, old guys, that come and say, Deontay, man, you don't know how much you have motivated me to go a little bit more, because now it ain't on TV no more. Now it ain't nobody coming down from another state talking to them. I'm right here. I'm real. I came right here where you from. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here where these guys are from. I was born right here. Where some of them from. So they're like, it's real. I believe it now. It's real because I can see it happening. So that is more motivation, you know, because it's easy for somebody to come down and somebody that already made it and talk about how you can make it or whatever. You don't need to do this and this, but you're going to go back to your rich life. You're going to go back to your luxury life. And so at the end of the day, they paying you to come out and do it. But when you got somebody right here in your society telling you, yo, you can do it. I was just in your situation. I'm where you from. I'm on the west side of town. You can do it. And they see it every day. It's real. It's realistic. So, you know, that's the blessing part about it, man. I just love, that's one of the reasons I'm still here, too. I just love my city, my state. And people just love me here, man. I told them I wasn't going nowhere, and I'm here. I'm here. No change in me. I'm always going to be Deontay, and I want to be the best heavyweight champion that I can be. I want to affect the world, not just my state, not just my city, but the world. You know, and that's my mission, bringing great fights and positivity to the world and affecting it.
When it's all said and done, where does Deontay Wilder rank amongst heavyweights and amongst boxers in general?
The top. I'm the champ. You know, serious note, I definitely feel like it's a lot more that I have to gain and stuff like that. You know, once I feel like there's no more to learn in boxing, I don't want to be in no more. You know, it's good to be the heavyweight champ of the world, but my heart still feel like a contender. And my heart feeling like a contender keeps me hungry. It's keeping me humbled as well, too, because I know there's more. There's always the extra next level. You know, it's always that next level, and I want to reach every level it is. I got a great potential in this sport to be the best of all times. You know, something, you know, the best, even the greats that came before me, I got an opportunity to be the best before them and just make my own little space of all greatest of the greatest of all times. You know, I want to build a strong legacy that is so hard that I want to be a hard act to follow at the end of my career is over with. So that's what we're looking for. So like I said, I still got a lot of learning to do. I still got a long way to go, but you know, I'm determined, you know, to seek those points and reach those goals in my life. So here we go, baby. And I just want to thank all my fans that been with me from day one. I really appreciate that, and you know, and I'll never forget that. And those that just came on board, I like to tell them welcome. You know, and don't be jumping ships no more. And hey, man, here we go. We on my journey to become the greatest of all times.
That's what it is, man. Listen, you heard it here first on Real Fans Real Talk. I'm excited because I know we're gonna be on the road. It's a long drive back to New York, so I'm gonna probably miss church this Sunday. But I done got a lot of blessings right here with this interview. So I'm looking forward to getting back to New York and sharing this interview with the whole Real Fans Real Talk family. Champ, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. And if you're ever in New York again, we welcome you to come sit down live in the studio with us and chop it up again. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys for coming all the way down, baby. Sharing my world in Alabama. For
the people that may be living under a rock right now and they just don't know no better, please tell them where they can get you at on social media.
Man, you know, you can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Bronx Bomber. Or you can type Deontay Wilder in, it'll pop up. You know, it's a lot of copies of Deontay Wilder, but you'll know the sexiest one. The sexiest one, you'll know when you see it.
I'm gonna let the ladies decide on that one. But once again, Champ, we appreciate you, man, and we wish you much continued success. Hopefully, you can retire and be the one that beat that Rocky Marciano record.
Yeah, definitely. We're going forward, baby. From here to the top. Let's go, Bomb Squad.
Hey, what's up? My name is Brad, baby. Representing this New York City thing to the fullest. Team Bang Dope Gang on deck. And this is real fans, real talk. Respect it.
Face facts, what up, what up?
Real fans, realtalk.com. Where Orthodontist Trip Yung and intern Tom.
Hello, everyone. Real fans, real talk. Mark the Statman, Skevich. Trip Yung had a great interview with him. It's going to be a tough act to follow. I'm here with the world heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming down.
All right, and like I said, tough act to follow. Trip Yung covered a lot of your career. You're following Shannon Briggs as who was the last to hold a heavyweight championship in America. How does it feel as far as on a Patriot level, representing America in the Olympics, being the first heavyweight champion since 2007? How does that make you feel?
You know, I feel great for you know, it's an awesome feeling. Due to the fact that I got the WBC belt. You know, Shannon never had the WBC belt. He wished he had it, but he don't. Sorry. He's on the side. You know, I'm not falling behind. He's on the side, and I just passed him with the WBC belt, baby. But, you know, but it feels good to bring the belt back to America and stuff like that. And I'm just looking for more. I want all the belts, man. That's the next step. You know, I don't think it's no division that have a unified champion, somebody that has all of them. And that's my next goal, is to unify the division and bring it back. I think the last American heavyweight to unify was either Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield, one of the two. So I want to be that next, to go down in history as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. So that's what we're on.
Now, Wladimir Klitschko holding pretty much every other belt. His older brother, Vitaly Klitschko, vacated that belt, the WBC, which you hold now. The brothers never wanted to fight each other. Do you think that the fact that Klitschko wants to be unified as well, do you think that will increase the chances of the fight happening?
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know, everybody wants a piece of the WBC. Everybody wants that name, a claim to fame to that belt, because before it was all these other belts, it was only one belt. It was the WBC. That's why it's the most prestigious, most well-known belt of all of boxing. Everybody wants to be a part of it and say, I had the WBC belt. You know, the late great champions, you know, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, you know, all those guys had this belt, and you know, everybody wants this belt. So by that being said, as far as in his legacy, I'm sure he's gonna want to say that I had that belt as well too, just like my brother. So by that being said, I think this fight is definitely gonna happen. You know, this is a fight that we label as when it's gonna happen and not if it's gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, you also said you're not gonna be like a Floyd Mayweather who fights only twice a year. You're looking to fight 3 or 4 times a year. What does that mean for your training? As far as, does that mean that you're going to be training all year long, or what does that mean as far as training?
You know, I train year round anyways. This is what I do. You know, I just been doing a lot of traveling due to the fact that I won the title and stuff like. I've been highly demanded a lot of places and stuff like that, which is cool. But you know, I'm a gym rat. I love the gym. I tell people, this is my job. This is my 9 to 5. So I'm in here every day. You know, a lot of heavyweights don't like to come to the gym to the simple fact that they don't have to make weight, you know, and they can come in, most of them come in only when they have a fight, and they use camp to get in shape. But me, I like to already be in shape when camp starts, so that way we can start day one for the game plan and stuff like that. And I love being around the kids. I love being around the atmosphere, the energy up in the gym, so that's why I'm here. So, you know, so even you know, keeping that pace of having fights so often, that's been part of my career, the remainder of my career. I'm used to fighting 5 and 6 times. At one point in time, I was recognized as the busiest heavyweight, you know, to fight, you know, and I like to keep that. I like to keep that going. I don't like to stay out too long. I love to do what I do. God have blessed me to be able to fight, and I want to show the world, you know, display my talent among the millions of people in the world, you know, so
Got to have a great work ethic when you want to be the greatest of all time, no question about that. Now, when you're training, do you listen to music, or is there a specific type of artist or genre that gets you hyped when you're training?
Well, up in here, you know, we listen to a lot of old school funk and stuff like that. I bring my radio and I bring my iPod, and we got an old school funk up in here, and we all get in the groove of a lot of artists and music and stuff like that. It just brings a different atmosphere, a different energy to the gym, you know. You know, even the younger people that don't understand who the artist is, but the music just get them that vibe, you know, and start to go, you know, and that's what we use most of the time. I'm in the gym. That's what I'm listening to. So be prepared to come to not really a gym, but a club, because we party up in here, old school funk, baby, all the way.
All right, back in high school when I was on the football team, I used to listen to DMX to get me hyped up. And word around the campfire is you do a pretty good DMX impression. You feel like doing that for us here on Real Fans Real Talk?
Yeah, DMX was one of my favorite fighters, man. I still love DMX and stuff like that. You know, but y'all put me on the spot now. I can't, I can't even do it. You know what I mean?
We'll get you time to prep up a little bit towards the end. You know, compose yourself. I know you weren't expecting it. At the end of the interview,
yeah, you know, I'm just trying to come out. Yeah, you know.
All right, well, I also listened to Jay-Z to get me hyped back then. You had an opportunity to sign with Jay-Z and Rock Nation. You decided not to and staying loyal to Al Haymon. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? I'm loyal to my team, you know. I feel like, you know, even though they offered what they said that they offered and stuff like that, but they really wasn't in a position yet, because the fight didn't go to a person. It didn't go to a purse bid for nobody. It was still negotiating among Golden Boy and Don King Promotion. So, you know, nobody was on the table was in a position to offer nothing yet, you know. So, by that being said, you know, that was already ruled out. And another thing, I still, like, I'm loyal to my people. You know, that just, if you don't have loyalty, sometimes you just don't have nothing when you with a family. You know, you just got to stay by your roots. And, you know, if I went with the first thing I heard, or what it deal with money or any other thing, then, you know, I would have been like some of these other knuckleheads out here that lost and getting into lawsuits and, you know, being on the shelf and stuff like that. You know, it takes more than just money to just really to get to me and stuff like that. I got to have a plan. I got to see what's your long-term goal with me, not just no short-term. You know, you can't just come to me a certain type of money and like, oh, okay, this and this. And if you look at it, they was talking about a certain amount of money 5 years. So, you know, really it would have been, for me, it would have been kind of crazy that if I would have signed for $2 million for 5 years, which each fight's supposed to go up, not stay the same or go down. So if I sign my name on the dotted line to get, no matter how big the fight is, small or big, I'm still getting a minimum of what I signed for. Who's it hurting, me or them? It hurting me in the long run. They still making that money, you know. So when a lot of people see money and they think, oh, there's so much money, you have to think about what is in this contract. What is it gonna benefit me? What is gonna benefit my kids? You know, like, you know, and people just, they all of a sudden go to assumption. Oh, this is the most money you done made. This is, you know, why you didn't take it? This is, see, that's when people thinking that way. That's when they go wrong. That's when if you sign a contract like that, you're setting yourself up for failure. And you know, that's another reason. You know, but like I said, you know, I'm with the best team in the world, and you know, I'm happy to be who I'm with. And at the end of the day, it's all about being happy. You know, and not about who this person is or what they offering. It's all about being comfortable with the people you're working with, having a family-oriented environment, and just being happy, man. And I'm happy with who I'm with. So, no.
Yeah, loyalty is definitely an important thing, definitely a good thing, definitely a rare thing out there as well. Most people are loyal to money, not, you know, their family, as you call it, that you have going on here. Do you think that Al Haymon, there'll be any issue with the Klitschko fight, since Klitschko is HBO, and you know, there's some issues with Haymon getting Mayweather exclusive to Showtime? Some people feel that might be an issue. Do you think that's going to be a problem?
I don't know. I mean, it's too hard to tell right now. You know, it's very hard to tell right now. Hopefully, by that time it don't be no issues. I want it to be a smooth ride, and and I want this fight to happen. You know, I want to get the people what they want, the fans and stuff what they want. So we'll see. We'll see when the times get there. You know, I don't feel it would be an issue though. But we'll see when it comes.
Well, we see Mayweather-Pacquiao. We thought that was never going to happen. It's about to happen. You made your pick already with Trip Yung, so most likely, if the money's there, I mean, that's a big heavyweight fight, so chances are that'll happen. Mayweather going for Marciano's undefeated record, but the thing is, that was a heavyweight record. So even if Mayweather beats it, the real record is heavyweight. So do you feel that you're going to get that record?
Well, you know, I haven't set goal for Marciano. I haven't set goal for nobody record. So if it happens, it happens. So, you know, I just never, it wasn't never that serious to me. You know, my goal was to be heavyweight champion of the world. I became that. My next goal is to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That's what I'm seeking for, and to be the best heavyweight champion of the world, period, you know, that ever have came. That is my goal. I don't care about what somebody else have done, their record and stuff like that. If I pass it, I pass it. If I knock more guys out than the next person did, then that's all good and dandy as well too. But them are my goals. Everybody should set a goal for themselves. That's Floyd's goal. So hopefully he exceed and pass it. Whether, you know, he definitely not. I don't think he's gonna get a credit for it because that was a heavyweight, as you described. It definitely was a heavyweight. That set that record, and I don't think he's gonna get no credit for people. You know, if he do beat it, he's just gonna set his own. He said he's gonna set his own record. You know, and maybe somebody after he goes, somebody can come along and say I want to be Floyd Mayweather. You know, record and stuff like that. So, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I definitely think Mayweather is one of the better pound-for-pound fighters out there regardless. Well, I'm rooting for you to break the real record with Rocky Marciano. I'm rooting for you to be the undisputed heavyweight champion and beat Klitschko. So on Real Fans Real Talk, you're a member of the Real Fans Real Talk family, and we appreciate you doing this interview, and best of luck on reaching the rest of your goals.
Thank you, brother, and I appreciate you guys coming all the way to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, baby. It's a see the champ. I hope y'all guys have a safe travel as y'all had a safe travel coming. And may God bless you guys.
Thanks a lot, Deontay.
Face facts, what up, what up?
RealFansRealTalk.com. With Arthur Diamonds, Trip Yung, and intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Statsman. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. RealFansRealTalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log on to the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell them Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter, tuning in should be the only thing on your agenda. Certified cosign, you know what I'm about, son. RealFansRealTalk.com. I'm out one.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.